Welcome to the Dragon Table. Today I'm going to teach you how to play Point Salad. This is a little card drafting game where you're trying to collect vegetables in order to get points. It's also a play on the board gaming term Point Salad, which refers to a game in which you can get points from lots of different places. In this game, you can get points from lots of different vegetables. Let me show you how it's played. The game comes with a deck of 108 cards. On one side of the card are vegetables: peppers, onions, carrots, lettuce, tomatoes, am I missing one? Cabbage. On the other side are points, different kinds of point cards, and I will show you later some of these different point cards and how you can use them to get points at the end of the game. You use a different number of cards depending on how many people are playing. In a 2-player game, you count out 6 of each veggie. In a 3-player game, 9 of each veggie. In a 4-player game, 12 of each veggie. In a 5-player game, 15 of each veggie. And in a 6-player game, you use the entire deck. I'm going to go ahead and count out enough for a 3-player game now. Okay, so now I have counted out my yummy veggies, and I have a stack of cards that I now have to divide into 3 nearly equal stacks. Now you're going to take 2 vegetables from each stack and place them below their respective deck. On your turn, you can either take 2 vegetable cards or you can take 1 point card. If you take vegetable cards, you put them in front of you, and then they're replaced from these decks. So the point cards that you're turning over to turn into vegetables are going to be out of the game. You can't use those point cards anymore. Now they're just vegetables. In the corners of the card, you'll see icons that will show you what's on the other side. For instance, here there are carrots, which means on the other side of the card is a carrot. It's a good way to keep track of how many vegetables are left in the deck, because you can look at everyone's tableau in front of them and see how many of each veggie card they have in front of them. So this goes round and round. People take either 2 veggies or a point card, place it in front of them, and this continues until all of the cards are gone. So every single one of these cards is going to end up in front of a player, either as a vegetable or as a point card. When one of your stacks of cards runs out, take the next biggest stack, divide it into half, approximately half, and put the bottom half onto the space that's empty, and then continue your game. And you'll continue to do that until all the cards are gone. Let me show you what it might look like at the end of the game and how to count up those points. So let's say these are the cards that one of the player has in front of them at the end of the game. You're going to start counting each individual point card. This one, 1 point per onion, so that's 2 points here, and 1 point per cabbage, so that's 5 points. On this card, 2 points per cabbage, so that's 6 points, and then 1 point for each lettuce. Let us see how many we have. I'm sorry. 3 points. And then -2 for carrots, so -4. That makes this card worth 5 points. Here we get 5 points for cabbage plus lettuce. So cabbage plus lettuce 3 times, that's 15 points. So now we're up to 25 points. Here, for every lettuce plus carrot, it's 5 points. So there are 2 of those. So that's 10 more points, 35. Then for an even number of carrots, 7 points. An odd number would be 3 points. So 2 carrots is an even number, that's 7 more points. So we're up to 42. Then on this card, 3 points per lettuce, so that's 9. And then -1 for each onion, so we're down to 7. And then -1 for peppers. They didn't get any peppers. So that's 7, up to 49 points. And then this one is most carrots would give them 10 points. Now let's say they don't have the most carrots. Once per turn, you can choose to turn one of your point cards into a vegetable. You can never turn a vegetable into a point card. But this is very useful, particularly at the end of the game. So let's say they're not going to get any points from that. However, if they choose on their last turn or at some other point to turn this into a cabbage, then they're going to get an additional point from here and another 2 points from here, which would give them a total of 3 points versus none. So that's a way you can use that action to your benefit. It's a free action once per turn. So that's how you get your points. That's how you count them up. Whoever has the most points at the end is the winner. It's a very simple, quick little game. It's easy to teach. Comes in a nice little box. It's easy to carry around. It's good to throw in between maybe some big games. It's a nice breather. And that's about it. Thanks for visiting the Dragon Table. I'll see you next time.